Imagine you open a social media app like Instagram or Facebook. You see photos, usernames, captions, likes, and comments. All these things you see on the screen are called information. For example, your name, your profile photo, the posts you upload, and the messages you send, all of this is called data. Data simply means saved information. Now the big question is, where is this information stored? Who sends it to your screen? And how does the app know that this account belongs to you? To understand this, we first need to understand two simple words, client and server. Your client is your phone, laptop, or browser, the device you are using right now. The server is a powerful computer sitting somewhere on the internet. It stores data, runs logic, and sends information back to your device. So the client always asks, and the server always responds. Now, the part of the app you see on your screen is called the frontend. The frontend lives on the client side. It includes the login page, sign-up page, home feed, buttons, images, and text. The frontend can be built using any front-end technology, like websites, mobile apps, or modern frameworks. Its job is only to show things and collect what you type. It does not make decisions. When you type your email and password and press login, the frontend only sends that information to the server. It does not know if your password is right or wrong. Now inside the server, we have the backend. The backend is the brain of the website. It receives requests from the frontend, checks the information, makes decisions, and controls everything that happens behind the scenes. When you try to log in, the backend is the one that decides whether to allow you or block you. Now let's talk about the database. The database also lives on the server. It is like a digital locker where everything is stored safely. It stores your name, your email, your password in a protected form, your photos, your likes, your comments, and your messages. One very important rule is this: the frontend never talks directly to the database. Only the backend is allowed to take and save information in the database. Now let's see what happens when you create a new account, also called Signup. You enter your name, email, and password in the app. The frontend sends these details to the backend. The backend checks if this user already exists. If not, it safely locks your password and saves your details in the database. Then it sends a success message back to the frontend. And just like that, your account is created. Now when you come back and try to log in, this is what happens. You enter your email and password. The frontend sends them to the backend. The backend checks the database. If everything is correct, the backend creates a special digital key called a token and sends it back to your app. The app saves this token safely. This whole process is called authentication. Authentication simply means checking if you are really the right user. Now after login, every time you like a post, upload a photo, or send a message, your app sends this token along with your request to the server. The backend checks this token every time. If the token is valid, your action is allowed. If the token is not valid, your action is blocked. This is how your session and security work inside the app. Now one last important word, authorization. Authentication means, who are you? Authorization means, what are you allowed to do? For example, you can edit or delete your own post, but you cannot edit or delete someone else's post. That is authorization. So in very simple words, the client is your device. The server is the powerful computer on the internet. The frontend shows everything you see. The backend is the brain that makes decisions. The database is the safe locker that stores everything. Authentication checks who you are. Authorization decides what you are allowed to do. And security is maintained using tokens with every action. This is what is happening behind the scenes every time you use any website or mobile app.